Hi everyone, this is a bit random. This is a post-vlog intro. I am literally just in the process of editing this vlog now, and I did not realise when I was filming the footage for this vlog how much footage I'd actually taken. So before you dive into this beast of a vlog and end up watching it for like 45 minutes, I'm actually going to split this in two. So I hope you enjoy two vlogs tonight, which I'll be uploading as soon as they're both edited. So there'll be a part one and a part two to this vlog. This is part one, and I hope you enjoy them. Cheerio. Hi friends, it's Sunday afternoon and I am very excited. It is the first rehearsal tonight for Sister Act. I think it's full cast rehearsal tonight, so we get to meet everybody else. A little bit nervous because I'm not great with meeting huge amounts of new people in one go. So I am a little bit kind of nervous, but I made a decision a while back that I would push myself and put myself out there a little bit more. So yeah, I'm excited, a bit nervous, but a good nervous. So yeah, that's really cool. I'm heading off to that in a little while. I need to go via the uni library because I forgot to print out my lyrics for the song we're doing tonight. So I need to do that. And I have some more news. I've been kind of holding off from sharing this with you guys because I know it can be a kind of a funny subject to broach. However, I made a decision when I started making these vlogs that the point of making them was to share my weird life with you people. And I kind of felt like I really wanted to tell you this. I mean, I found this out, or I sorted this out, arranged this, yeah, a few weeks ago now. And I've been so excited, but I've like not really talked about it on the vlog. Basically, I have managed to get myself a appointment to see a psychic medium. Now, the reason I've not wanted to talk about this on the vlog very much is purely through kind of, not fear, but concern about what people's reactions would be. Now, I just want to kind of explain where I'm coming from with it. I appreciate that some people are very suspicious about that sort of thing. I realise that some people completely poo-poo the whole idea of them. People think that psychic mediums are across the board charlatans, and I am aware that people have very strong feelings about that. A lot of people are very anti that kind of thing. People that put themselves out there as mediums or psychics, people get very angry about that. And I also know that there are people who believe everything, believe all the things that these people say. I'm somewhere in the middle. Not going too much into details about what my personal belief system is. I do, however, make no secret of the fact that I am absolutely fascinated by the paranormal. If you have a look on my bookshelf, you would see that I have shelves and shelves and shelves and shelves of true life. Good choice of words there, Sam. Well done. Real people's encounters with the paranormal, or encounters they believe they have had. I'm not particularly into fictional ghost stories, but I am absolutely obsessed with true accounts of encounters with the paranormal. And I have hundreds of books on the subject. I have actually been a paranormal expert on various radio programs in the past. Haven't done it for a while, mind you. I've kind of like fallen out of that, but yeah, I have acted as a paranormal expert on a few things. I used to run overnight ghost I just put my teeth in, bear with me. Thanks. I have worked as team leaders on overnight paranormal investigations in various haunted locations. It's something that's fascinated me for a lot of years, and if I do say so myself, I am pretty knowledgeable about it. I have done a lot of research. I have a diploma in parapsychology. So yeah, I am fascinated by the whole idea of the afterlife of spirits. So as far as psychic mediums go, I am somewhere in the middle. I've encountered things myself, which I can't explain. However, I would describe myself as a skeptic believer. I do believe there are things there that we can't explain. I have had encounters myself that I can't explain. However, I'm not the sort of person that will sit in a haunted building, hear a creak, and immediately say it is a paranormal thing. I look at things from a scientific view and a logical view before I even consider that it could be anything else. I like to rule out all of that stuff before I even consider that it could be paranormal. So I come from a direction of wanting to believe, but not being a pushover when it comes to proof. However, I'm really excited because on Tuesday, I have managed to get an appointment for a private reading with a psychic medium called Tony Stockwell, who is one of the UK's leading psychic mediums. He does a lot of television, and he doesn't do very many private readings. I don't know if you can hear that. Sorry, the siren's going on outside. So I am very, very lucky to have secured a private reading with him, and I am so excited. Now, I'm going into it from a position of neutrality, really. I don't have anyone that's particularly close to me that's passed over, either recently or a long time ago. I'm one of the few people, I think, that I know that's not had a close family member pass. So I'm not going into it with any sense of desperation to hear from anyone in particular. And I think that's good because I'm not wanting it so much. So I'm going into it completely, like, just fascinated, interested, because there really isn't anybody that's passed over from my life that I'm desperate to hear from. Of course, I want to hear from people like my great-grandmother, who passed away when I was 10. However, it's not urgent. It's not a healing thing that I hear from her. And I think sometimes if people go to these things and they need to hear from someone because their healing isn't happening or there's unfinished business there, I think that can be, it's a thin ice situation. I, however, don't have any of that. I don't have any of that baggage. I don't have any of that expectation. I don't have any of that desperation. So I think that I'm going into it in a relatively healthy way. I am absolutely fascinated to hear what he will say. Again, I need to hear proof. And when I say proof, I mean I need to hear names, places, specifics. There's not a lot of common names in my family. There's not a lot of Johns and Jameses and Pauls and Stephens in my family. Everyone in my family has relatively unusual names. There's the odd exception, but including people that have passed over. So there won't be any of that. Oh, I've got a Peter coming through.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. The other exciting thing is that Tony is based in my home county of Essex. I very rarely go back there. My mum still lives there, but I very rarely go back there. I very rarely have the chance to travel down. And Tony's centre is in Billericay, which is my hometown, which is really bizarre. The thing is, I haven't been back to Billericay in over 20 years. I was born and brought up in Billericay. I lived there till I was 17. I moved away when I was 17, and I moved back to Essex when I was about 22. But I didn't move back to Billericay. I moved back to the place my mum now lives. And I haven't really been back to Billericay in over 20 years. It's crazy. So that in itself is sort of exciting for me, because it's like going home after over 20 years. How's it going to have changed? Is it going to be the same? What's going to be different? Is there still going to just basically be a whole plethora of estate agents and shoe shops, which is basically what Billericay used to be? And I'm sure it's not. I'm sure they've got, like, you know, all sorts of new stuff, and it sounds crazy. But anyway, I'm travelling down tomorrow. I'm not staying in Billericay because there's really no hotels there. I'm staying in Brentwood, which, again, I've not been back to Brentwood for over 20 years, and that's where I went to school. So, double whammy. I'm going back to the place I spent loads of the formative years of my life, i.e. Brentwood, hanging out and seeing my friends and going to school there for like 6 years of my life. And I'm going back to my hometown, which I've not been back to in over 20 years. And just the simplest things, like walking up the high street, is going to be like a nostalgia overload for me. So I travel down tomorrow. I'm staying in Brentwood overnight, and then I have decided I could get the train from Brentwood to Billericay. It's a couple of stops. But I have decided that I am going to get the bus from Brentwood to Billericay. The reason being is that for 6 years of my life, that is how I got to and from school. And I just want to ride that bus journey again. It's stupid, isn't it? But I want to ride that bus journey again. And I think the bus journey is slightly different now, but it's essentially the same route. And I want to sit on that bus and watch the world go by. It's really strange, isn't it? The simplest things. It actually goes past the site of my old house that I spent 17 years of my life from birth living in, which they've knocked down now. And they've built a new fancy-pantsy, lovely, gorgeous big house on the site, which is kind of sad because I would love to have just looked at the old house once more. It's not there anymore, but the site is, and the new house is on it. So we'll go past that. So guys, I just wanted to share this with you because, like I say, I've been sort of nervous about sharing the whole Tony Stockwell thing with you because I know people do have very strong opinions. The thing is, I'm fully secure in my own opinions on this, okay? I'm absolutely happy for people to share what they think with me. And if people feel very strongly that these people are opportunists, they are charlatans, they are money grabbers, they are playing on the emotions of those people who are suffering, that is absolutely fine to think that. And I'm absolutely certain that there are people out there calling themselves spiritualist mediums who do exactly that. And yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. However, on a personal level, I'm doing this because I'm absolutely fascinated. And I will be the first person to come away and say to you guys, right, that was rubbish. What I'm planning to do is I am allowed to audio tape, the reading. It's about an hour. I think what I'll probably do is use my camera and just use the audio because I'm not really sure about the actual videoing of it. I don't know what the deal is there, but I will certainly tape the audio. If there's any bits in there that really have struck a chord with me, I'll be happy to edit them into this vlog later on. In the meantime, I'm going to go and get myself sorted for tonight for Sister Act rehearsal number 1. And obviously I need to get a bag packed for tomorrow, travelling down to Essex in the morning. Super excited. I will of course be taking you with me and boring you to tears with Billericay High Street. Right guys, I better get going, and I will catch up with you all later. Bye. Good morning. It is Monday morning and I am just about ready to set off to travel down to Essex for my exciting couple of days. There was a bit of a change of plan actually last night, typical me. Basically, I had booked a coach to go down to London. I booked to get the train back, but I was trying to sort of be as kind of thrifty as possible. So I'd booked a coach to go down, which set off at about 11:45 this morning. But it was like really, really cheap. But I was a little bit I wasn't really looking forward to it. And I usually love travelling on public transport. I know it sounds really weird, but I absolutely love it because I just like to sit, watch the world go by. But I was kind of not really looking forward to it because it's such a long time to be sat on a coach and you never really know what sort of coach you're going to get. And and obviously it's about a 5.5 hour journey to just to London, and then is like another couple of hours from London Victoria out to Brentwood. Got to get through London on the tube and then out onto the overground Liverpool Street and what have you. So setting off at 11:45 today on the coach, I wouldn't have got into Brentwood until 7:30 tonight. And I was kind of a bit, so literally at 1 o'clock this morning, I was couldn't sleep. And I just thought, I'm just going to have a look and see how much the train is. Because from here, it's literally a couple of hours on the train to London. So I had a look online last night and I managed to get a really, really good value train ticket. Leaving at 12 o'clock, so not that much later. However, it gets me into Brentwood literally 4 hours earlier. And I was like, this is a no-brainer. So plans have changed slightly this morning, but they've changed for the better, and I am actually quite relieved. At least on the train, I've asked for a power socket and you can kind of get up and wander about, and someone is going to come down and say, do you want some coffee? Which, I mean, obviously you want some coffee, so I'm very, very pleased. Oh, and to also fill you in on last night. So it was the first Sister Act rehearsal, and it was really, really good, actually. I have to be honest, when I got there, I was really early and I got parked, and I'll be honest, I had a bit of a wobble. I'm not great at meeting large crowds of people, when I literally know nobody. And I sat in my car and the back of my car was towards the door, and I sat and I was just watching in my rearview mirror all these people arriving, and everyone seemed to know each other and everyone was and hugging, and I was just like, I know no one. And I really did have a wobble, and I thought, I'm just going to leave. And I thought, I can't do that. I'm not going to lie. I think if they basically cast me as a random nun, that was it, I might have been tempted to just go because I wouldn't have been missed. But because they've given me the role of Tina, I thought, I can't go. I can't let these people down. I can't, that's just really unprofessional. So I went. I was brave and I went, and it was lovely. Everyone was so friendly and welcoming, and it's quite a big cast. It's really quite a big cast. But the lady on the door was when I signed in, and she was like, do you know anyone or know anybody? And she just basically grabbed me and was like, come on, and introduced me to someone and sat me with them and said, Sam doesn't know anybody. And so that was lovely. And then I got chatting to another lady, and then I got chatting to a girl called Lauren, who transpires lives really close to me. So I gave her a lift back, and she's a Hufflepuff, which makes her awesome. So yeah, it was really, really nice. So now I'm actually really excited about it. I'm excited to get back and see these new people again. And so yeah, I just thought I'd fill you in. It went really, really well. They had us, really, it was like in at the deep end. They had us on our feet dancing within like 20 minutes. So the most unfit creature in the world. I was like sweating like, oh, dreadful. Right, I'm going to get going and get sorted and pop on down to the station and get the train. Honestly, I can't tell you how happy I am about that. London, I am in you, and I'm just about to hit the underground, heading from King's Cross to Liverpool Street and then on to Brentwood. Yes, I am here. So it's just occurred to me that I have absolutely no idea what time my connection is at Liverpool Street. So this could be fun. It's an underground dash. I've made it to Liverpool Street. Trains are really regular actually, I didn't realise they were so often. There's one in about 10 minutes and there's one in about 20 minutes. So I'm taking a bit of a wander down to the platform. God, it's weird being back here. I don't think I've been in Liverpool Street Station for about 20 years. It's just utterly bizarre, and really there's so much more here than there used to be. I think the last time I was in Liverpool Street Station, I'd been up to Slimelight nightclub with some friends, and we ended up having to crash just outside the station because there was no trains running at about 6 in the morning. Anyway, I'm going to go and see if I can get this this train. I think it leaves about 5 minutes, and hopefully I should be in Brentwood before too long. Checked in. God, it's a bit dark actually, isn't it? Should we just hit the light? That's a bit better. I am here. I am checked in, and now I can relax, I suppose. It's all well and good kind of arranging to get here earlier, but I've literally got nothing to do now. It is, I don't know what time it is, maybe 3:30, something like that. I've literally got nothing to do now until tomorrow morning. I have just booked in for dinner at 7 o'clock. So that's something. Apart from that, I really have nothing to do. I'll give you a bit of a room tour though. It is pretty much your standard Premier Inn room, but it's really big actually. It's a really, really big room. I've got a telly, so that should keep me occupied. And I believe, yeah,
I've got like a kettle and some coffee and stuff. Let's have a look in here. I just love me a bathroom. Ooh, that's a big shower. One thing I will say is I was a little bit disappointed when I came in the room because I was hoping that my room would overlook the front of the building, which is the road that I'm kind of familiar with. Unfortunately, my room is overlooking the back of the building, which isn't kind of so interesting. It's like basically people's houses and a car park. However, what I have got is a pretty awesome view. I'm just going to show you. I can see London, basically the skyline of London, and it is pretty stunning in this light. Let me just show you. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, so please excuse my wobbling. But can you see that? Sorry about my wobbly hands. That is pretty awesome, actually. I am not going to lie. Pretty cool. I don't think I can't get in any further. But that, to me, is quite a beautiful thing. So yeah, I might have a coffee and then I might go out for a little bit of a wander. I suppose I could sort of just wander up the high street. I could go and do a little bit of shopping, to be honest. You know, I mean, I haven't been in Brentwood High Street for 20 years. It would be kind of rude not to, I suppose. I mean, tomorrow, that's the other thing I was going to say, my timing has been spectacular. Tomorrow morning, the road that I walk up to get to the bus stop that I need to be at goes directly past my old school. And I'm like shook. I literally haven't been back there. Well, I mean, when did I leave? Hang on, maths. Holy, 28 years. I left school 28 years ago. I don't look old enough, do I, blatantly? But I did. I left school 28 years ago and I haven't really been back since then. But unfortunately, the time that I am going to be walking up to that bus stop is the time that the schools are going in. And I don't want to get arrested for filming a school with hundreds of girls filing in. Which is a shame because I'd love to have shared my school uniform with you. It was a doozy. So I might take a little wander up today and get some shots of the school and just wander up the high street, really. I mean, I've got nothing else to do, have I, really? So I took a wander up the hill. For the first time in 28 years, I'm looking at my old school. It's absolutely crazy. I can't actually believe it. It's just pretty awesome, to be honest. It hasn't changed at all. I don't know what I expected. I don't know if I expected it to have changed or what. It's not like they're going to have knocked a load of it down. Yeah. I mean, the school itself is like a really old building, so it's not like they're going to have replaced bits of it. It's just really random to be here. It's like 28 years ago I left this school, you know, and I feel actually a little bit emotional. Yeah, a bit bizarre. I still feel a little bit strange filming. I'm filming me, obviously, but I don't know about like twisting my camera around. Yeah, it's really strange. Really strange to be back here. It's awesome though. It's awesome to see it, and it really hasn't changed all that much. Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. I'm going to take a little bit of a wander up the hill now and see if I can find the bus stop for tomorrow morning for a start. And so I can find out where I'm meant to go tomorrow. Because obviously in the morning I don't want to be running about worrying that I can't find the place I need to be to catch the bus. So, I love your school. You were all right to me. You had your moments. Oh. So I walked all the way up the hill and I found the bus stop I need to be at tomorrow, so that's good. And I have also found a Costa, so obviously day made.
It's just really strange to be back. They fancied up the high street. It's like all cobbled and stuff. A lot of the shops I knew are gone. A lot of the pubs I knew are no longer there. There's one that's changed its name to the Giggling Squid. It wasn't called that when I drank there. So, yeah, here I am. I'm treating myself to this, and I have seen a few girls actually walking around with my old school uniform on, and it's the weirdest thing because it's so distinctive. When you see them, you almost like it's almost like you want to go, I used to go to that school, like they care. Do you know what I mean? But obviously I haven't been able to get any shots of them because that would be weird, and I don't intend to go around filming school children. That's just odd. Right, so I'm going to go and drink my coffee, eat my cake, and just soak up the good old Brentwood atmosphere. I am back. I'm glad I went out for a walk. To be honest, I wasn't really feeling it. I just wanted to collapse and like take my boots off and watch some telly, but I thought I'm not going to get a chance to do it tomorrow. I'm out of Brentwood so early in the morning. So I'm really, really glad that I went. It was really nice just to walk through it. I know it sounds really stupid. It's literally just a high street. But I spent almost every single weekend of my life there. And in fact, every single day from Monday to Friday there for 6 years. And I haven't been back there in so long, literally a lifetime. I haven't been back there. And so much has changed. But lots of it is still the same. And it's pretty cool. It was kind of sad to see some of the old places I used to go. They've either changed their names or they've gone altogether. There was a pub called The Castle, which was a rocker pub, an alternative pub. It was the place that you went to if you didn't want to go to the trendy bars. So it was full of rockers and punks and crusties and goths and bikers, and it was just a fantastic place. And it's been knocked down and turned into flats, of course. And it's just like a whole kind of part of your formative years is like literally gone. It's like I was saying previously about my old house. It's completely gone, and it's like, if I think about that too much, it's actually really upsetting. So I don't think about it too much. Yeah, it's just bricks and mortar after all. Another pub, I think the Charles Napier, I don't know when that went. That's not there anymore either. That's just like been razed to the ground. But then there are some places that are still the same. There's like the Swan, and I think that's been there for years. And I think that's been there since my mum was drinking in Brentwood. So, I mean, we're talking, gosh, it must be at least 1895. I'm really sorry, Mum. Oh, God, she's going to hit me. So anyway, no, I'm really, really glad I went out. So anyway, I am back and I have some time now. Gonna kick off my boots and have a coffee and kill some time until I have to go downstairs to have something to eat, which I'm really looking forward to because the menu looks mint. So yeah, I highly recommend, and I've known this for about, I would say 10 years now. And when I was like a teenager and in my 20s, I used to think it was the most horrifying thought ever. But you know what? I highly recommend just doing stuff on your own. It's like once upon a time, I used to, the idea of sitting in like a coffee shop on my own would have been like filled me with horror. And I don't know if it's just because I'm older now and I give less of a hoot about what people think, or if I've just become more kind of confident in myself, and or I don't know what it is, but I really, really recommend just sometimes, if you get the chance, just go away for a weekend on your own. There's something so liberating and relaxing and fantastic about just walking around on your own and just enjoying your own company. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm going to go and have a coffee now. Another one, even though I've just been to Costa. But, you know, coffee. Coffee. I'm so stuffed. I ate so much food. It was really nice, actually, apart from them running out of the dessert that I wanted, which broke my heart. I had a katsu curry, chicken katsu curry, which was really nice. A little bit spicy, but it was really nice. And then I had a sticky toffee pudding. It was meant to come with custard, but, like, I'm not sick, so I didn't have it. I don't like custard. So I had cream with it instead, and it was really, really good. But I really wanted a thing called a cinnamon banana burrito. And it's literally, I think, what did it say it was? It was bits of banana rolled in cinnamon sugar and then cooked inside a flour tortilla and then like drizzled with salted caramel sauce. And I was like, oh my God, yes. And they'd run out. Of course they had. But anyway, it was really, really nice. So now I'm back in the room and I'm basically a lump of blur. So I'm just going to watch a little bit of telly, have a cup of tea, and just chill out. So yeah, exciting stuff. And on that note, I shall say good night, everybody, and I'll see you all in the morning.